In this lesson, we will be talking about using playlists to comp a vocal take. Here I have a session with a vocal track that has numerous takes. Not all takes are complete or are meant to be the final vocal performance. It's up to us to create a master performance from all of these various takes by picking and choosing the best parts. This is called creating a composite take, or a comp for short. When comping a single track, it is easiest to use the playlist feature in Pro Tools. Before going into Playlist View, you want to make sure you are currently viewing your comp playlist by selecting it in the Playlist drop-down menu. If you do not have one already, you can simply create a new playlist and name it accordingly. Then click on the Track View selector underneath your track buttons. This is usually set to Waveform. Then we can choose Playlists. Now I can see all my playlists for this track at once. You can see that this session was recorded a few phrases at a time. This means we will have to listen to each playlist and pick the best sections. Let's press play and hear what the vocal is doing. There is no vocal currently playing because Pro Tools will only play what is on the main playlist, which is currently a blank comp playlist. In order to hear one of the takes, we need to solo that take. Let's press play again.
In the club on the late night, feeling right, looking, trying to spot some real nice.
You can see that we still hear the instrumental and the vocal. The playlist solo buttons only choose a playlist to listen to. They do not solo the actual vocal track. Let's listen to the first take.
In the club on the late night, feeling right, looking, trying to spot some real nice. Looking for a little shorty, I know this so that I can take home.
Let's listen to take 2 by clicking that track's solo button.
In the club on the late night, feeling right, looking, trying to spot some real nice. Looking for a little shorty, I know this so that I can take home.
We can continue listening until we find the phrase we like. Let's say the first phrase of take 2 was the best. We need to move this phrase into our comp playlist. To do this, select the section from the performance you like. Then, click on the arrow next to the solo button. This is the target playlist button. You can also press Ctrl-Option-V as a keyboard shortcut. Our selection has moved to the comp playlist, and I can now move on to the next phrase. When searching through playlists, you want to keep track of the clip name to avoid confusion. Here it looks like there are 7 takes of the first few phrases. But if we inspect the clip name, you will notice that the last 4 clips are identical and have the same .04 name. This most likely means that these were duplicated playlists. There are really only 4 takes of these first few phrases. Sometimes, to avoid confusion, you can mute the duplicated clips so that you don't listen to the same take twice, and then we can get an accurate reflection of our takes. Now we simply listen to our different takes and choose the best phrases until we get the best comp. Once you have a comp that you are happy with, you can return back to Waveform View. Now we can use our editing techniques to clean up any edits, and also create any fades where needed. When trying to comp instruments with multiple tracks, you might try another comping technique. Here I have some recorded drums, but there are 4 tracks that make up the performance. When comping multiple tracks at once, make sure to create a group so they are all affected together. Using Playlist View in this situation can be a little confusing and hard to see all takes on one screen. We'll stay in Waveform View. First, I will create a new playlist and rename each track as the comp. Now, to view a different playlist, I simply need to select it using the drop-down menu. Once you find the playlist you are looking for, make your performance selection. Next, press Command-C to copy the selection. Switch to the comp playlist and press Command-V to paste. It can be time-consuming using the mouse to switch between playlists, so sometimes it's best to use the keyboard shortcut. With the track selected, press Shift plus the up and down arrows to cycle through the playlists. Select and copy the performance, then cycle to the comp playlist and paste. Use these comping techniques to create the best performance possible for your project.